Hey team, love Jesus. Happy Sunday. I hope y'all are having a good day. We just wanted to share with you just a little word from something that we read in the YouVersion Bible app.
Yeah, something interesting about Elijah and about how we feel when we in those big moments of our lives. And sometimes we feel lonely and we feel like God has abandoned us, but we are here to tell you that He hasn't, and this is what we read. So we are going to start by asking this question: where is God when I feel alone? Even when you feel alone, God is still with you. But if God is near, why don't you feel His presence or have His peace? Elijah was a faithful servant of God, yet he struggled with loneliness. After defeating the false prophets of Baal, he was fearful and hid in a cave, scared, defeated, and completely alone. But God had not abandoned him. If God feels distant, here are 3 reminders about his character from Elijah's story. 1. You can be honest with God about how you're feeling.
God appeared to Elijah and asked, "What are you doing here?" Elijah replied, "I am the only prophet left, and now they were trying to kill me too." Elijah was honest with God. He was scared for his life and doubted how God could use his situation for good. But his honesty did not scare or offend God. Like a close friend, God did not leave Elijah in his time of need, and the same is true for you. Never will he leave you or forsake you. 2. Even when you don't feel him, God is always with you.
Elijah's life was in danger, so he did the only thing he could think of, which was hide. When we are afraid, we can forget God's promise to be with us and rely on our own strength to survive. Even when we forget God's promise, He reminds us that He is near. God told Elijah to stand on the mountain. A powerful wind tore the mountain apart. After the wind was an earthquake. After earthquake came a fire. But God wasn't in the wind, earthquake, or fire. After the fire came a gentle whisper. And it was in that moment that Elijah immediately knew that God was with him. We often look for God in the big moments in our lives, but He is also in the stillness. God reveals what you can't see.
Elijah believed he was the only one left who still believed in God. But God revealed that 7,000 in Israel did not bow in worship to Baal. Elijah felt like he was the only one, but God reminded him that he was not. Loneliness doesn't always come from being alone. It can come from thinking that you're alone too. Like Elijah, maybe you're in a place where you feel isolated, abandoned, or forgotten. Just remember, you don't have to feel God to know that He is near. God is always with you.
Amen.
Amen. We hope that this helped you feel a little better. If you feel alone, reach out to somebody. You were probably not alone. God is always with us, even when people aren't.
And if this blessed you, please share it with your friends and give them a reason to remember that God's with them, and a reason to trust God, and a reason to keep believing in God.
And have a great Sunday.